Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera everyone. My name is Nur Amira Shahira binti Saari, and today I will be discussing the network configuration and communication setup between a Linux server and a Linux client in a virtualized environment. Okay. We have two virtual machines, the Linux server and the Linux client. The server is configured with the IP address 192.168.1.254 and a subnet mask of /24. The broadcast address for the subnet is 192.168.1.255, allowing the server to send messages to all devices on the local network. On the other hand, the Linux client is assigned the IP address 192.168.1.6, also within the same subnet. This configuration ensures that both machines can communicate directly without the need for a router, as they share the same network range. The server's IP address is static, meaning it remains constant, while the client's IP address is dynamic, likely because it was assigned by the HCP. This dynamic assignment allows the client to receive a different IP address each time it connects to the network, which is useful in environments where devices frequently join and leave. Okay, to verify these two machines can communicate, we can use the ping command. For example, from the Linux client, we can ping the server's IP address, and from the Linux server, we can ping the client's IP address. So as we can see, both the Linux client and Linux server can ping each other. So in summary, both the Linux server and client are configured to operate on the same internet network, facilitating seamless communication. This setup is essential for various applications such as file sharing, remote access, and network services. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Hafiz bin Jazali, and I'll be covering about 3.0 DHCP service in this project video. So, the first step is to install and update the DHCP server. But we need to make sure all the package is updated by using this command. I will be putting the command in the video. And then, once you enter the command, you should be entering in the source list. In the source list, make sure the repository are correct. The source list can be checked at Debian 11 Bullseye Basic Administration Book on page 105. Once you have done the source list, you need to update and upgrade the package by using this command sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. Once it has been upgraded, you should install the DHCP package on server by also using the command, which is sudo apt install isc DHCP server. If the package is not pre-installed correctly, you should reinstall back the isc DHCP server in order to make it a success. And then to configure the network in DHCP, I will be putting the command. So inside the repository, you should make the following change by changing the option domain name from example into the group 13, which is my group, and then change the default list time to 900, and the authoritative will be command, but you should uncomment the authoritative. It works to force network on the DHCP server. And then you should declare the subnet. My subnet is 192.168.1.0, while the net mask is 255.255.255.0. And our IP range is 192.168.1.5 until 192.168.1 and .10. After you have done the configuration, you should save the change and exit. And to specify which network interface the DHCP server should listen without specifying the interface, the DHCP server might confuse on which interface to listen, and it may not respond to DHCP requests. To avoid that, you should run the command. I also will put the command inside. After that, you need once you enter the interface, you should able to see interface v4 and interface v6. In the interface v4, you should put ENP0S8 in order to enable. Once you've done the change, save and exit the repositories. After you have done that, you should restart, enable, and check the DHCP server status with this following command. For restart and enable, I will be put the command inside. And then the most important things is to check the DHCP server status, whether it's active or is deactivate. So if you got the status run completed, it will show active, indicates the server is active and there are no errors. After that, you should ping the command to check the connectivity between Debian server and Debian client. From I will show you the server to client ping. It should be successful. And then the ping from client to server. You should get it successful and it will get 0% loss package. Also, you need to ping the external host from server, which is the Google 8.8.8.8. And lastly, you should enter your client mode and then you need to ping the 8.8.8.8, but it will be unreachable because the client is unreachable because client still cannot access the internet. And that's it from me. Thanks. The next part will be covered by my friend. Thank you.
Good evening, madam. My name is Suryan Rachanalaki Murukan, and I will be continue with the topic of SFTP. So, what is SFTP? SFTP is a safe way to move files over a network. It protects sensitive data by encrypting data and comments using the SSH protocol. The OpenSSH server, which may be installed and set up for safe file transfers, supports SFTP on Debian 64-bit. A secure SFTP environment may be established by modifying the SSH configuration file. Establish a specific SFTP group, configuring the directory permission and controlling user. SFTP is an essential tool for safe file management on Debian systems, as user may connect using an SFTP client or command line to handle files safely. So next, we are going to see how we're going to install SFTP step by step and its configurations. So first of all, we're going to install SFTP apt in Debian. So first of all, we open up our terminal and then we try to upgrade it first by using this command sudo apt upgrade -y. So by that, it already upgrade to the latest upgrading system and installing system. Second step is we're going to install secure shell SSH server, which is the command is sudo apt install -y open SSH server. So by this we will have our SSH server installed. So the next step is we're going to configure the SSH service, which include we're going to create a directory first by using the command sudo mkdir /srv/sftp. So by that we successful create it, and then we're going to add sudo group add sftp users. So after we create a group for the sftp users, and also we're going to create sudo user add, we're going to add a user -g huruf besar sftp users -d small letter d /srv/sftp/citizen, which is the username, -s/s/bin/no login citizen. So the next is we're going to create the password. Create a password for the citizen, which is sudo p password, which is passwd citizen. So by that we successful create a group, a directory, a user, and also password for the users. So the next step is we're going to configure the SSH server by using this command sudo nano /etc/ssh/sshd configure. So by using that, it will open up the a command, a coding prompt. So for the server, for the SSH server. So by that, if you can see over there, we have alter a bit, which is we change the password authorization to yes. So, and then also we have been configured, which is we change the match user acquis to know to every single thing. X11 forward to no, allowed TCP forwarding no, permit TTY no, force command CVS server. So after we configure the SSH server to this accordingly, so the next is we're going to restart and check the status of SSHD service. So which is conclude the command which to restart it, we're going to use sudo systemctl restart SSHD. So that it will cause the restart. So for we check the status, we're going to use sudo systemctl status SSHD. So by that we can see the status of the SSHD that we configured. So after our configuration and installation, so we are going to next testing procedure. Sorry. So for the testing procedure, so we're going to test with with our client server and also our main server. So is it the SFTP connected with each other? So first of all, we're going to do at the client server first. Sorry, our main server first, which is we're going to use a command sftp citizen at our IP address, which is our last IP address, which is 192.168.1.254. So, and it will request a password that we created, and then after that, it will automatically be connected. So the next testing that we're going to do is, which is create a directory in the server, the main server. So by that, we're using sudo mkdir /srv/sftp/citizen/payment files, which is our new directory. So by that, we're going to use sudo chown citizen dot double dot sftp users slash srv slash sftp slash citizen slash payment files. So by that, we can look at a place there. We can look our Debian file. So Debian files, if you look at there, you can see the payment file that been created. So for next testing that we're going to do is our kind, which is using this command again, sftp citizen at 192.168.1.254. So and we will request a password, and then we enter the password, we automatically connected with sftp file. So after we connect with sftp file, we're going to use a command which is ls to make sure what file is in there. So by that, you can see there's only a payment files. So after payment file, we can go to the payment file, which is cd payment files, and then we're going to create a new directory which using mkdir test. So after we create it, so we go to our main server. So we can see after payment files, we can see a test file had been created in that file.
Okay, now we want to test our web server. First, we create a sample index.html. Use Nano editor for the index.html. Okay, we insert our HTML code in the Nano. Save and exit. So second step is we create a virtual host file for Apache to open the index.html. For this step also we using a Nano editor. So we insert some configuration. And then we save and exit. Then we enable the A2 and side tool. And we disable the default A2 this. Next, we test for configuration errors. Using config test. And then we start Apache 2. Okay, now we open the web server. Use Mozilla Firefox. And we enter our good domain name. Which is book 13. Okay, that's all.